Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Jets. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do this. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Me and you, man, ain't he?
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, echo. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to touch.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got a noon one. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Jets first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. From the 50, it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over first. 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nifty move, caught by the tight end Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's good for the Eagles. First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Past the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They run right side with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check 9. Spot.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Elliott is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Man, I got you. Hey, Delta. 53. Check 53.
Now it's Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
you have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Here's Darnold running the option left. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Throwing is Wentz. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. Safarian Jenkins has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third down and 6.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Nunez got it, complete.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, exit. 53, Mike 53. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. 53, check 53.
Darnold to throw again. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing again is Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a play fake. Wentz. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Hurts over the middle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Play action. Now Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on rush coming, and he's taken down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. This is Hunt. Finds a seam inside the 40, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On play action, they'll throw. And he connects with Ertz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jet 16. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. Bryant has it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
81. Hey, orbit.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Check 26, check 26.
Sunday.
57's the mic.
We're 5-7.
Stay with your man.
What's your son?
57's the mic.
Bravo.
57's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On 2nd and 2, Darnold caught here by Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Darnold on 1st down. This is caught. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Go!
To the air again, Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
53, Mike. Let's put him on the bunches. Let's put that team on.
Darnold now to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Eddie. Here we go.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Got an open man. It's a noon one. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He's not going to give it to.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, Bell, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll go again with Bell. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Ficken's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.